Well, good morning everybody. This is the English guy in Mexico. 16th of May 2016. Still very early in the morning here. It's about 10:15. I started about 8 o'clock this morning doing a bit of Mini-HugelKultur, so we're going to talk about that today, but let's start off as always just by checking the temperatures. Oh, you can't really do that because this is actually in the sun, but it's showing 28. I don't know how reliable that is, but the sun's on it. Okay, Mini-HugelKultur. I've done one very large HugelKultur over there. There's a video up on that, and this was the Mini-HugelKultur I did a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I part buried that log, and I'll be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed. I think I should have buried that one a bit deeper. So what I may do is dig another trench here and roll that log into a deeper trench. So I did one yesterday. I try and start early here because the temperatures rocket around about 11, between 11 and 12. I dug a 2-meter trench here. Actually, probably better getting it from an angle. A 2-meter trench there, length, and about ½ a meter wide. And I've put 2 very large logs in there. I actually managed to carry one of them, so that would be about 40 kilos, and the other one I had to drag, so that was about 50. So there's about 90 kilos of wood gone in the bottom of there. All my spare underpants, all the socks that have got holes in them. I found an old pair of curtains, that's gone in, and all these rotten boots that I use to almost like seed, the way I figure it. These are already partly rotted, these boots on here. I've already been round and you can see the ones I've already taken, but they're partly rotted, you see. So I figure I'm kind of seeding the base of the trench. I'm trying to see if I can get one for you and show you, but as I say, I've already been round here, and there's one stolen. There you go. Now you see what I'm saying. Look, it's almost seeded in terms of being partly rotten. And these are also water absorbent. They actually float, so you've got to get these under any heavier wood. But that will be pretty good for the bottom of this trench. So I'll go round in a minute. So this is, I'm going to call this Mini-HugelKultur part 3. I started, as I say, about 8 o'clock this morning. It's 10 now, so I'm flagging a bit now. The temperatures are up. I'm still in a t-shirt, so I've got to watch this sun. Mexico, it's a little bit dangerous. Okay, so we've got it about, 2/3 of a meter deep, and we've got it about 4 foot long, and this is the one we're going to put in here. Just show you this wood. It's been laying around for absolutely years. It's solid and very, very heavy. I'm guessing that is close to 80 or 90 kilo. I don't know just what's happened to that goat. I just watched her. She's a beautiful little thing. I've just been out and had a look at her. She tripped going over the path. The baby was chasing her. This is her baby. This is Red, and this is Sue, her little baby. And she's just tripped as she went across one of the paths and fell over. I went out and had a look at her, and she let me have a look at the paw. I can't see anything wrong with her. I think she's kind of twisted that front foot, so the baby's wondering why mum's limping. Okay, sorry, back to the HugelKultur. It's tough stuff, I'll be honest with you. This is the stuff we're breaking out of the bottom of these pits, and it's solid. So what you have to do, I left the hose running in the end of that trench, knowing full well that I was going to kind of join up these trenches. So I've got this trench down there, which I've already planted, and that's coming up quite well, but that was a shallow one. I used mainly branches in that one. This one I've planted, and this is a deep one. This is about the same depth as that, about ½ a meter. What I'll do now is I'll go out in the fields, I'll start collecting a load of branches, the boots off the trees. I think I've ran out of broken socks and underpants, so I don't know. What I might do is go down to the animals have got a house down in that far corner, and there's about 3 bales of straw on the floor. They never go in there. I don't know why I bothered, so I might go and collect all the straw, put that in the bottom, a few little branches, and then the trick is to try and get that to lay properly. I've deliberately done the trench at a little bit of an angle because this branch, well, it's not a branch, is it? It's probably a trunk. It's at a slight angle. So yeah, this is the English guy in Mexico. Whew. Hot, sweaty. I've done 10 buckets of this absolute rubbish soil. I don't know what it is. You have to smash it out with a. I mean, look at it. It's just, and that's with the hose running. 3 hours I spent trying to soften it up because I didn't really fancy using this crowbar. It's hard work. Okay, so I've took what, 10 buckets out already. So I've took about 50 gallons of the calcite out of the bottom, and I'm putting it up against those far paths. What's happened is the rain running off the roof has eroded some soil from the edges of the path. So I might as well use this rubbish soil against the path. I don't particularly want stuff overgrowing on the path, so you can see how bad it is up there. So that's where I'm dumping it, and then I'll go and level all that out in a bit. The animals can lay on there because they like to lay up against the side of the building. Like I say, they don't seem to want to use the house. So that's what I do. 2 hours, 3 hours every single morning. As soon as the temperatures sort of hit 30 in the shade, I get under my shade cloth. Yesterday I cleared out this bed and I planted that with some peppers. So busy, busy, busy. Every single day I try and do 3 or 4 hours of work. 2 or 3 hours outside in the sun, and then an hour under here, and then go up to the shop and get some beers. I think that's a good idea, Steve. Let's go and dump the last of these 2 buckets, go and get some beers, and then we'll do that log while we're having a beer. So I'll show you the finished result. English guy in Mexico saying bye for now.